Hey there, everyone. So I just wanted to tell everyone that I'm a huge fan of Mary Poppins, and Mary Poppins has been a big inspiration in as far as like how I formed my eternal life strategy. Julia Andrews recently turned 81, and just got me thinking like there's a chance that we could save her from dying of aging. Like a lot of my favorite actors are they're just dropping like flies. Gene Wilder died just about a few weeks ago. And now, Julia Andrews is getting really old, 81. She's starting to look a little bit aged now. Well, very aged. We need to be honest about aging and stop sugarcoating it. Stop pretending like this is okay. It's not okay that people are getting old and they're dying, and we need to do something about it. So if you want to stop Julia Andrews from getting old and dying, you can donate to Sen's Foundation. And if you donate to Sen's Foundation, they will use your money to really try to speed up this cure for aging. Scientists are working on it right now. The cure for aging is coming, and in the future, we're going to see people have an indefinite lifespan where they don't have to get old. And you and me and, everyone in the world, we don't have to die if we can just advance science fast enough. I just think aging is so horrible and sad, and I just see it ruin people. It disfigures them. It causes them suffering and pain, and ultimately it costs them their life. This is aging. Aging is the nightmare that we've all had to put up with. But we don't have to put up with it because we're humans, and we can invent technology, and we can advance science, and we can figure out cures for diseases and cure all the diseases. But anyways, yeah, Mary Poppins, just this idea of Mary Poppins, that she was practically perfect, that's something that really stuck with me. When Mary Poppins said in the movie, practically perfect in every way.
Very well, hold this for me. As I expected, Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way.
That idea of trying to be perfect, of striving to be the practically perfect person, when I started thinking about living forever, when I started thinking about eternal life, all of a sudden, the idea of being perfect and being a perfectionist and striving for perfection, that became such a more important idea when I started thinking about this idea of living forever. Because when you really think about it, it's like the more perfect of a person you can become, the better your chances are going to be of living forever. Because imperfections are dangerous, right? An imperfect person would make all kinds of mistakes. And mistakes, by their very nature, are dangerous.
What's the matter? A little tense about the flight?
Something like that.
There's really nothing to worry about, Mary. Statistically, they say you're more likely to get killed on the way to the airport. In a head-on crash or flying off a cliff or getting trapped under a gas truck. That's the worst. I have this cousin. Well, I have this cousin.
Lloyd, could you keep your eyes on the road, please?
Oh, yeah. Good thinking. Can't be too careful. A lot of bad drivers out there.
A lot of mistakes end up costing people their lives. And I guess so what I wanted to say here is that if you want to live forever, then you should be working hard to perfect all your flaws, fix your flaws. A lot of people in the world, we hear this idea of just accept yourself the way you are, just accept your imperfections. I don't think that's a good idea if you want to live forever. If you want to live forever, you don't want to have flaws. You don't want to have character flaws. You don't want to have imperfections. You don't want to be making mistakes. These are all things that are just going to ruin your chances of living forever. So fix yourself. That's the idea. That's why I like characters like Mary Poppins, because she was about fixing problems. Like, she came to the family and she was trying to fix them. There was a kind of a family that had problems, and she was trying to fix them and make them better, make the family work better. And that's what life's all about, really. When you think about it, life's all about just fixing problems, fixing yourself, fixing the world, and fixing other people. It's working towards that goal of perfection.
It's hard. You can't plan it. You have to watch people more, sort of keep an eye on them to protect them, because they can't always see what they need. It's like your big chance to fix something that's not like your bike. You can fix a person.
And I'm not saying we'll ever get to absolute perfection, but that's the idea, is to get practically perfect and just get closer and closer and closer every day to perfection. And the other thing I like about Mary Poppins is that she has a judgmental spirit. I like characters that have a judgmental spirit, where they're always very critical of people, and they're critical of themselves, and they're kind of, I like that attitude in people. And that's what Mary Poppins had. She's like, you kind of get the feeling that Mary Poppins is judging people. It's the same with Willy Wonka. Has that same attitude, right? Willy Wonka, he was a judgmental character. Tinkerbell, another judgmental character. This quality of being a judgmental person is very important, because being a judgmental person is how you're going to become a perfectionist. When you're a judgmental person, you're not only judging everyone else in the world, which is what we should do. We should judge everyone in the world. We should analyze them and see, is this person doing good, or are they doing bad? Should they need to do better? We need to be having that mindset of judging everything in the world. And when you have that mindset of judging everything and judging everyone, then it kind of trains your mind to also judge yourself, right? When you can judge everything in the world openly, then you're going to want to also judge yourself, because you're going to want to be perfect. You're going to want to judge the flaws of the world, but that's going to help you to judge your own flaws. Look in the mirror and then judge yourself. You want to judge yourself. Yourself is the most important person of all to judge. You want to be strict with yourself. You want to have that mindset where you're striving for more, to be better, always. Just attitude of self-improvement. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to say. Just wanted to talk about Mary Poppins a little bit, and hopefully Mary Poppins can help you, in your quest to live forever. You can kind of etch her into your heart a little bit and think about this idea of being a perfectionist, being a practically perfect person. And that's it. I think we can live forever. Thank you very much.